today to the Taco Montana show. We got a good show today. We got the Triple OG. We're going to give him his flowers today. If you're new to the fam coming in, hit the subscribe. If you're already a member, hit the like, the share, and the notification bell so you'll be notified when the next video come up. Also, before we get into it, make sure you pick up a copy of the Taco Montana Clandestine Hustler. Shop Amazon. Pick up this good book today. Support. Today, I'm with the man, the myth, the legend. Tell me what your name is, Triple OG.
My name is Kenneth Murray. This name to me.
Tell me what you call yourself. What do you call yourself?
I go by many. Kaos Montana, LA, Dip.
Okay, we here today with Kaos Montana, Dip, Kenny Cool,
No,
yes.
I left
You know what I'm saying? AK. I'm saying this is one of the DC legends from the Montana area projects. So today, Kenny, we want to know, first of all, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man, taking your time out to come, you know what I'm saying, spend some time, you know, for my viewers on the Taco Montana TV, for the 8.1 billion people around the world. Yeah, I got my man, the Triple OG from Montana, Kaos Montana. Yeah, so can you tell the people a little bit about yourself, like where you from, where you grew up, and what can you remember from when you first moved to where you moved at?
Actually, I was born on Capitol Hill, 5th and H.
Okay.
Then my mom, when she decided she got besides herself, she moved over southeast. And my grandmother made her move back over there. And then that's when they just built in Montana.
Uh-huh.
So that's like in like 68, 67, something like that. I was like 3 years old. I remember I was 3 when we moved in, but Montana was still being built.
Mm-hmm.
So some of that, when people moved in that later on, I used to play on their house, you know, pretty much. So that's where, as far as I can remember back, I was 3 years old when we moved to Montana.
Okay, so where is that? What part of that, of the city is that?
That's in Northeast. It's like a city within a city. City of Washington, DC, so don't get it mistaken that we talking about the state of Montana. No, we talking about Montana Avenue. We dirty. We from Montana Avenue, niggas, you heard. Put it like that.
Okay, so in your opinion, what a Montana person, what is one of them like? You know what I'm saying? If you encounter them, what is that like?
You said if you encounter them?
Yeah,
what do you mean?
Like I said, if you meet somebody from Montana, I'm saying, are they the same as somebody, let's say, from Potomac Gardens, or let's say a wilder place? I mean, what's the difference between a Montana person and somebody else, you know, within the city?
I mean, back when we were growing up, we'd probably be over southeast. It was really no difference. It was just like probably a little different with dressing, but other than that, with how you gonna handle your hood, everybody handled their hood the same way. It was love all through the city, and most times we met up in what we call the go-go's. So a lot of transaction and love, you know, and hooking up, meeting each other happen in there. So the day I see dudes that be living 2 blocks away from each other don't even know each other, you know, that's crazy to me.
Okay, so a lot of people talk about within DC back during the 80s and that time, you know, when the drugs were at an all-time high and murders, that people weren't able to go where they really choose. They couldn't go from this place to that place. So were you one of those people who couldn't go where you wanted, you know?
I always went where I wanted to do it.
Okay, so nobody stopped you?
Never had that problem.
Okay. So, so we want to get into like, so what type of background did you more so come from? Did you come from a 2-parent household, or was it like a single parent? And if it was a single parent,
actually, I'm glad you asked that question, because my mother and father used to live next door to each other.
oh wow, for
Yeah,
real?
yeah. My grandparents, we had 2 houses on Capitol Hill, so I was the grandchild. I could live in both houses.
Oh, right.
Yeah, one of that type of situation.
Oh yes. So how was your relationship with them? You know what I'm saying? By y'all living in independent houses.
Great, like it is today. My pops, He was just over there, still talking shit, walking with a cane there, but still talking shit. He had a hat on that say, don't ask me for shit.
Oh, okay, that's wonderful.
So he still talking trash, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. So, because we want to know, like I'm saying, so you got into the underground world. You know what I'm saying? So, what was it that made you get into that underworld? You know, when you were a youth.
Shit. Wanting to have things. When you see things that you like and you want to have them and can't get them, so that's peer pressure on a child going to school.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I can understand why they had to go to the uniforms.
Right.
Because that made me some days don't want to go to school. If you ain't got that shit on, come on.
Right. Wow. So the next question is so. Yeah, so we right back. So who would you say gave you the game? You know what I'm saying? Who inspired you to get in it and probably gave you, you know, the do's and don't in the game that you could say that we might know?
You say gave me the game?
Yeah, who taught you, you know what I'm saying, you got in the streets, so did you know it yourself or was it somebody who was inspired?
It was people, let me put it like this. It was people hustling up Montana before I was hustling, right?
Right.
You had Jamarcos, you know, Dyker, all those guys, you know, they still,
Right.
you know, do their thing back then. Pop Ferg, you know, they was doing their things back then, right?
Mm-hmm.
But get in the game, I had the drug thing, and I started hanging in Kenilworth.
Okay.
When I met Kenilworth Fats,
Salute Kenilworth.
now my fighting and sports and all that, I got all that from Montana.
Right.
When I was in Kenilworth, that's where my hustle game came from. Kenilworth Fats.
Okay.
Yeah, all that shit out there, that was a whole different thing. Because Montana hadn't even opened up the way Kenilworth was at the time. So when I came back to Montana, I came back with some whole different shit. But I got that from Kenilworth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got the game from over there and you took it back to Montana. So
That's why if you see a lot of people that run into me, a lot of them thought I was from Kenilworth because that's when I was hanging there for years. And I'm back and forth, so we was going back and forth up and down the highway. Me, Kenilworth Fest, and then it just turned into we was like brothers, you know, like me and you.
yeah, rest in peace, Kenilworth Fats. You know what I'm saying? I know you just recently went to his funeral.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and paid respect. So he gave you the game. So what was it? Because you know we're saying that you're a legend. You know, and I'm telling that you were a boss. So what was it that made you take it to another level?
I didn't see the top yet. And I saw we could get more. So when I came to Fats, he was on boss level shit.
He was on boss level.
But I heard about some shit happening in California where
Okay.
we can get more. And I said, let's go.
Okay.
And Fats, you know, he was comfortable with what he was doing here. I wasn't. And I left.
Okay, so you went to California. You went out to California, you know what I'm saying? So what you went out there like, to get a connection? Was it somebody that went out there with you, you know what I'm saying, when you went on that journey, you know what I'm saying, to go to the next level?
Yeah, I went out there with an older guy because I was like, shit, 18, 19 years old then.
Right.
Still a kid. So, yeah, older guy took me out there. And, you know, a situation happened when we was out there. And some people lost their life.
People lost it.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people lost their life. And man. Let's just run that question back to me again because you know what? There's, you know, I'm gonna have to say that a different way because that shit can come because they kept questioning me about people's deaths.
Right.
About shit like that, like I killed the motherfucker. You know, shit
Right.
like, yeah, so.
Right. But you never were charged or anything with anything
Nah,
like that. Okay,
nah,
so yeah.
nah.
So when you left DC, you went out Cali. I mean, were you scared? You know, You know, what was going through your mind? Did you just stay in a hotel? Did you visit other neighborhoods? You know what I'm saying, when you were out there?
Oh, most definitely. I'm not staying in no nice neighborhood. Y'all know me, man. I'm reckless, Philly. That's why when I came back to DC, I was already talking about, when I was talking about the West Coast music, and I was telling y'all this dude out the Easy and them,
Right.
and nobody had never heard of him. And I was already telling people that. And the next time I went out there, that's when I was with my man seeing him, and I was talking about that dude PG Capone, when I was playing his music out here. So I was always adopted what was going on in the West Coast back then in the 80s,
Right.
before a lot of y'all heard their music. So, you know, my man Mace out there, bless his heart, I think he's back in Cleveland now, so because he got in a little trouble out there, so he probably back in Cleveland now. So, you know, what you having with your LA thing, as far as with me and you,
Right.
when we went out there, you know,
Right.
you know what we went there for. It wasn't, you know.
Exactly.
So
That's what's up. So that's why I said it comes up in the book. And so, you know, we want to make sure and authenticate it, you know, so that the viewers will know that when we speak of LAK, that's you, that I went out there on that journey when I went out to California to get the white horse. So that would be you, correct?
most definitely.
Oh, okay, so we both went together. So, okay, you come back.
FBI. What? Was you about to say that?
No. I'm just saying, so how was it on your journey coming back when you and Talk went over to California? I was coming back on the plane. So can you tell us some things that you noticed when you were on that plane on your journey back?
Yes. That we were smelling like complete drug dealers. We amateurs, young, cocaine smell coming from everywhere.
Wow.
We talking and we was the muse. Got our own shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So when you got back to DC, you know, you got off the plane, you were on your way home. I'm saying, did you encounter any resistance from the police? You know, did you see them when you came out or anything when you got back?
I didn't see him. I'm looking before I even touch my bags. But I hear you ran into some trouble. Did you?
Yeah. Well,
From my understanding, did you run into some trouble?
Yeah, from the cab, I encountered them. So I had got up into your niece's house at that time. So like there are a lot of the you know, the OGs that are out there, like the triple OGs. Some of them are deceased right now. You know, rest in peace to all of them. So I wanted to ask you, did you know people like Frey, PW, and a lot of the other bosses that were in DC at that time? You know what I'm saying? Are you connected with them or have any relationships with them?
Put it like this. Everybody that's somebody I knew. PW, Free, Rayful, Cordell, Purdy, I knew them all. Tony Lewis, I know them all. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. So you were well connected with a lot of the big OGs that were out there that were like bosses in the 80s and 90s.
I'm gonna say this. Now, man, as far as like all of them, I know Rayful and Free the best.
Right.
Did business with them all, but it was business.
Right.
You know, me, Tony, few words, but it was business. Everybody else was business, but I knew Michael Frey well enough to we could sit down and talk, laugh, and crack jokes like
Right.
me and you do.
Right.
So I knew Rayful like that.
Right.
So that was, you know, the difference between. And Paul, you know, come on, Paul grew up with us, so
Right.
you know, goddamn, I can sit down and talk to him. Yeah.
Okay. So you're connected with a lot of them. You go all throughout the city. I would want to know, like, okay, so what would you tell a youth, you know, today, you know, from what you did in the past, you know what I'm saying? What would you tell them to get them on the right track today?
Well, I mean, really, you got to follow your dreams, man, because trying to put somebody on the right track and then telling them that today, what would you do if somebody asked you that question? So what is the right track to the youth today?
Right.
Because it seems like everybody keep telling them the same shit, and it's always this bump with the elderly against the youth. I'll be with the youth all day. They love me, you know why? Because I don't tell them what to do.
Okay.
I listen to what they say they want to do. Like I know what I want to do. We ain't give a fuck who told us what to do. We were gonna do it. That's life.
Right.
You're gonna learn your lessons through life.
Right.
And that's the only way you're gonna become. Some gonna come out on the other side and some not. Some good people get lost back there. So it ain't about all the time, you teaching about, no, I'm not gonna tell a young dude to go kill nobody. Of course not, that's being stupid. But sometimes some people wanna walk up to the line and see how far it is to fall. I can't keep telling you, boom, no, don't do that, don't do that. That's too hard of a job. I'll talk to you, what you wanna do, young, because I'm not his father.
Okay, so we want to get into the dynamic, another big dynamic and a topic that a lot of people talked about from the 80s and the 90s, and that was the New York and the DC connection. So did you have any relationship with some New Yorkers, and if so, who were they?
Oh, shit. I knew Demencio, Lou Hobbs, Kendall, Peter Brown, who else? Davon, let me think, who else? I met Inch. We met Inch at the Super Bowl up in Atlanta. He was with Lou and them then. Yeah.
Okay, so what people want to know, because I had
my man Panama. I can't leave out Panama.
Yeah, we had spoken about.
Can't leave out Panama.
Yeah, so when they did come, a lot of times they would dominate the neighborhood. So were they able to dominate Montana?
Nah.
Okay, so tell the people why weren't they able to dominate Montana?
Yeah, I know that's impossible, man.
Yeah, that's what they want to know. Why they weren't able to
we
dominate.
We don't want to lowball or talk that, because those dudes up New York, them my brothers too.
Right.
But that can't happen in Montana.
Right.
I'm gonna leave it right there.
Okay.
It ain't because of we something special, but that's impossible to happen in Montana.
Okay.
If you came up there with something like they did, but it was turned over, and
Okay.
they got their money. Nobody fucked them up because they, was out connect,
Yeah.
and they was protected with that. But you can't be setting up shop in like we can't go in Brooklyn and set up shop, right? There's gonna be problems.
Right.
So it's the same thing here. It's no disrespect to my New York brothers, and they understood.
Okay. So when you think of Montana, what two people who you would think of that they would say, okay, these two people are representatives of Montana? What two people would you would say they would say?
Well, they just told me today. They asked me. They said me and you.
Me and you, who is that?
Kaos Montana, Taco Montana.
Oh, okay. So we wanted to let them know. So, is it anything you want to tell the people out there? You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to sum up the interview, you know what I'm saying, to give them a little taste of you, because I'm saying you got a book coming out, and you also got social media, you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram. So, I want the people to be able to follow you. So can you tell them, how they can reach you on your name on social media, because you got a book, like, you can tell them about your book, this is your time to go ahead and tell people, what you want to tell them. Go ahead, you got the stage.
Well, you can follow me on Facebook. My name is Kenneth Murray, KENNETH, MURRAY. Instagram, what am I? Kenneth, now that's Chaos. What is that? Lowercase in Montana. What is it? ENT?
Yeah.
ENT, yeah. And my YouTube is SOAK Chaos. My name spelled backwards. SOAK KAOS 29 at gmail.com. That's when we gonna start some trouble over there. Yeah, have a good time, pretty much. But it's chaos, and you had the good, the bad, and we gonna have everybody fall in between. Let's get it.
All right. Thank y'all for coming out today. This was another show by Kaos Montana. Also, again, pick up a copy of the Kaos Montana Clandestine Hustler by shopping Amazon. And also get the Kaos Montana collection. And also, hit the like. It's free, y'all. Come on, fam, hit the like. All new ones, subscribe and share. Until next time, peace.